The 6 p.m. news might be saved on TV3, but it's still unclear tonight what happens to the majority of Newshub staff set to lose their jobs. Media outlet Stuff has announced it'll produce the nightly bulletin when Newshub goes off air in July. Kim Baker-Wilson has the day's developments.
Another Newshub newsroom meeting, this time with some better news.
Look, if a part of the company can be saved, if we can still tell fantastic stories, if we can still hold people to account, I think it's a beautiful thing, and so I'm happy for those who will hopefully go across to Stuff.
Stuff is the White Knight 3's owners have been looking for, but it won't save every worker.
It was a difficult announcement today because we're not saving all the jobs in the newsroom.
At the same time, Newshub staff were told this morning, Stuff staff were told they were taking over.
Since Wednesday
yeah.
It has been full on days and nights to get it locked down and signed off.
Newshub staff learned last week their entire newsroom was shutting down. What's certain, the 6 p.m. news will soon be made here. What's far less certain is what it'll look like.
We're looking at this as starting this bulletin fresh. Yeah, well, we're not getting into the TV business. You know, we're not going into linear television. We're not taking over a television operation. It's definitely not that.
But that's exactly what it is. 6 p.m. bulletins are linear bulletins for 1 hour.
And whittled down to half an hour on weekends.
I mean, they talk about innovative ways and modernisation of doing things, but they can't really explain what that is.
There's also no word on how much this new friendship costs or how long it'll last.
Yeah, we're not going to discuss the commercial details, obviously, the transaction.
It's not easy, and it's hard to see how they can do it at a cheap price.
Viewers find out in a few months' time, and Newshub staff are yet to find out who among them will be there.
All right, Kim, what more do we know about the new bulletin?
Simply not too much at this stage. Both media outlets are calling this announced today the future of 6 p.m. news. But what does that future look like? What does the new bulletin look like? How many staff are going to be working on it? Where do they come from? And how are their stories going to be told? For Newshub workers, it's probably not the lifeline that they were quite hoping for. Yes, this does keep news on 3, the overarching channel, but the signs are that Newshub, the name, might disappear, and there are still big questions over just how many workers currently at Newshub are going to be able to get a job on the new bulletin in this building here. Newshub, as viewers know it now, has its final bulletin on July the 5th. This new offering goes to air the very next day.
Kia ora, Kim. Thank you for that.